Today I'm going to talk about technology and app technology and some of the great solutions that you can use and take away with you today that could really help your business. So, thank you. App technology, what is it for me, is the title of what we're going to do. So, we're used to apps now. Back in 25 years ago when I started F1, an application was a program you installed on a desktop computer and you used it. It had functionality and didn't really talk to any other application. It was just for one purpose. But what is apps? Well, apps are little applications that do specific tasks. We're used to apps on our phones. If you've got an iPhone or an Android phone, you download apps, you use them. You use the Facebook app. You use the Twitter app. You even now have desktop apps. So if you've seen the Windows 10, your desktop app is built into Windows 10. So you download a calculator program, for example, on your Windows 10 or something that does a particular task. That automatically works on your mobile phone. So what we're seeing in new apps and modern apps is all the apps are going across platform. So what works on one works on another. If you use Safari on a Mac, if you notice your Safari on your iPhone now synchronizes your bookmarks and things with your Apple Mac laptop, Safari on there. Google Chrome does something similar. So apps are here to stay. So what are small business apps? Well, business apps are the building blocks for your business. And our friend Glenn from Xero explained Xero and the apps the app store that they have and the integrations they can do within those apps. And this is exactly what you should be looking at to do. It's the most cost-effective way to get large business ICT for small business money. I'll give you a great example. We used to use £20,000, £30,000 worth of application software. We are now using a £10, £20 a month cloud solutions to do exactly the same job. So for SMEs, apps are really important. So the key thing about apps, and this has really happened in the last 10 years, is that apps now integrate more. Previously, you'd have an app, it did one job. And once you finished with that app, you'd have to copy the information in. So let's say you had a CRM system, a contact relational system, and you then won the order. You'd have to go and tap the information into your accountancy product, and then you'd have to tap that information into your forms, which your staff perhaps go on site, or even yourself, filling all your forms on pieces of paper, bring them back to the office, and then give them to your accounts person. Your accounts person would then raise an order or raise an invoice. But now, everything is starting to talk, and that is key. So, for an example, from a cloud app that doesn't necessarily have to be from the same supplier, we can create a new customer in our contact relationship app, which automatically creates the account. We use Xero, it's a great product, which automatically creates a new job in our job scheduling. And each of these things are 100% cloud, don't require servers, and are have a very low cost of adoption for a small business. So, F1 Group, well, we're 100% cloud-based. Remember I mentioned we used to use £30,000 worth of software to run our business. Now we do it all on the cloud. So let's look at some of the products that we use. Some of them are free of charge to start using them. Some of them have 30 days trial introductions, but I'll tell you about those. So we use a CRM app called Insightly. Insightly is one of the free apps. You can start using it for nothing. There are other CRM products, but we like Insightly. It fitted me well. Insightly links into Xero. Fantastic. So I can create a customer, a supplier, an opportunity on my Insightly, and the core information gets integrated into Xero. We collect direct debits from our customers. We're a direct debit originator. That's normally done by mid-sized, large-sized businesses. But do you know what? Xero and our partner Easy Collect, have an app. So basically, using Easy Collect, our monies are taken from our customers' accounts every single month and automatically reconcile into our Xero and raise all the invoices, clear them down, very little work for ourselves. When we create a job, when we go on site to help our customers, do you know what? The information comes from the account system from Xero, and automatically we create a job card. And do you know what? We go on site, and we don't take paperwork with us. We sign them off on an app on our phone in our job system, which then we complete, and it creates the invoice for the customer. Hey, this is good, isn't it? We also have things like a support ticket app, data capture app, and I'm going to talk about some data capture apps that you can use in a little bit. But we have reduced our paperwork to about 98% paper-free. Customers still like to see printouts when they sign contracts. Customers still like to see sign orders on things. But, 98% no paperwork for a mid-sized organisation is quite revolutionary, and, we've done it. Our document storage is on Office 365. We use a SharePoint document library. Our emails are on the cloud using Office 365, and even our telephones are on the cloud. I work from home quite often. I escape the office. I have a desk. I have a desk at home, and when someone rings my office extension, rings my home, rings my office phone, makes it life easy, brings a good work-life balance for me. So, can I just do a little quick straw poll? How many of you use Office 365? Can you raise your hands, please? Good. Well, Microsoft say it's about 50%, and I think about half the people raise their hand. So that's good that you use an Office 365. So raise your hands again if you use Office 365 and you want good value from Office 365. Who wouldn't? Yeah, everybody should do. Right, keep them raised. Keep them raised if you use more than desktop apps, emails, and OneDrive. 3 people, 4 people. Okay. So, lower your hands, please. Thank you very much. I don't want to get your arm ache in the corner. So what I'm saying to you is that a lot of people are using Office 365 and paying for Office 365 in various licenses. However, they're not using it efficiently. There is about 60% additional applications that you can use in Office 365 and you're paying to use that you're not actually using. So let's have a look at those, shall we? So next bit is Office 365 more than emails, Word, and Excel. So we have something called Office 365 Forms. Simple form program. Do you know what? If you're going to have any paperwork in your organization, you should be using Office 365 Forms. You can create standardized forms for anything, and we use a lot of paperwork in business. These forms are accessible online, so your guys who go on site can actually fill in forms, collect information from customers, do everything that needs to be done. Now, you can download this from a spreadsheet from Office 365 in its simplest form, but there's also integrations. So, one of those integrations is Office 365 Flow. Again, built into Office 365, and I'm sure none of you use it. Well, what does Flow do? Well, great example. When a form is filled in on your form program, it tells you. It transfers it to something. It will notify you. It will raise an email. Oh, by the way, someone's filled in this form. Oh, I've got my job to do now. So, Office 365 Flow is a little bit like email rules, if people use those. If this happens, do this. But it's all included within Office 365. Even things like it integrates in with Twitter. Great program. if you can say, okay, if this customer emails to us, I would like automatically to take the attachment and add it into my SharePoint site. Or document storage online. This can be done. And you know what? You're already paying for it. Half of you are. Office 365 also has a brilliant approval process. In mainly slightly larger businesses, 2, 3, 4, 5 and above, there's an approval process. You want a manager or someone senior to rubber stamp things. It could be holiday requests. It could be quotes going out to customers. It could be anything like that. And that's what we use the Office 365 approval process for. And it tells you, it notifies you, it emails you, and you can bespoke and structure it without any technical knowledge to create approvals within your business. This is one of my personal favourite, Power Apps. Now, Power Apps is built into Office 365, and how many of you used to remember databases and access and things like that? Basically, you can create yourself, without any technical knowledge, databases that are accessible by your mobile phone. That information's collated centrally. You can do things with it. You can even integrate your Power Apps to query your on-premise accountancy systems, if you've got legacy systems, and bring the data out into your apps. So suddenly, you press a button and your customers are listed in your Office 365. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to... We have a planner, great project management solution, free, included with your Office 365 license. It even has its own Google channel. You should put your training videos up on the channel. It's private. It's your private cloud, right? And then, do you know what? Once your staff have viewed your video, they should fill in a form to say they've seen it. And then you've got some due diligence and compliance. And last but not least, SharePoint. SharePoint's been around a while, but it's the best thing to share information on the cloud, find anything, embrace teamwork. And if you've got remote workers, you have to really be using SharePoint. So, lots of these things are included. A couple of them there are some advanced features for. So really, when you get back to your Office 365 users, have a look at the rest of it. You're only scratching the surface. If you support Office 365, there's some differences in your model. You need a partner who understands 365. You don't typically need third-line support because it's actually supported by Microsoft. And it's a simplified desktop support model. But you do need a specialist partner for that. And if you want a free consultation about apps and clouds and IT support and even IT security, we're at the back and we'll take your details and contact you. Thank you very much.